indefatigability, my ability to never become tired, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. It's a very, very important quote, because what he's saying is, if you can look around and perceive and pay attention and notice things and never become tired and never become lazy and always work hard, you will be a feared opponent in all realms. When you say top G, the reason I call myself top G is because if you name anything, maybe not Fortnite yet, but if you name nearly anything and they tell you you're going to be competing against Tate, people will be intimidated. You're going to go to the racetrack and you got a Lambo and you're racing a guy. Who am I racing? Tate. You're going to be like, you're going to box. You're boxing Tate. You're going to go try and get a girl, but the other guy trying to get the girl is Tate. You're going to, doesn't matter what it is. You named the scenario. If you're up against me, part of you is going to be like, oh, not him. Is there anyone else? That's top G. There's something that comes with it because it's competence in all realms. Both of you only currently have competence in one realm, the digital realm.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't have competence anywhere else.
Yeah.
And that's your problem, and that's your fault.
Okay,
so I
so
gotta work on that.
So
All right. I have kind of an off-topic question, but like, do you think that like society has gotten like really soft and everyone is like pussies nowadays? And how can we like revert that if it has gotten soft?
a lot of people, yeah, I agree.
I feel like everyone's gotten like really soft.
Yeah, in certain parts of the world, it certainly has. Yeah, but don't worry, the world has balance, and the universe has natural balance, so the universe will fix itself. You can't have a society full of pussies before bad things happen. Bad things are going to come. Maybe not yet. Maybe not this generation. Maybe not your generation. Maybe it'll be your children. But as men grow up scared of chicks, pussies, smoking weed, semi-depressed, playing video games all the time, sooner or later, as society breaks down, because that's what's going to happen without a masculine backbone, as crime gets out of control, as things get crazy, as other countries become more competitive, as America loses its edge as the most prosperous country, things are going to get very, very hard again. And then the only people who are going to survive in the hard times are strong men. I don't know if you've heard that saying. Strong men create good times create weak men create hard times create strong men. It's cyclical. This is how it goes. Look at the fall of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
I'm sure neither of you have a clue because you're too busy playing fucking Fortnite.
No, I dropped out of school.
Okay, cool. Well, if you knew anything about history, you'd know the Roman Empire was the most powerful empire. Everyone was winning. Everything was fine. And then guess what? Life became easy and society became soft. Because that's what happens when life's too easy. When you win all the time and now you have this huge empire, it becomes very much like America is now. You had a bunch of young men your age back then. They weren't playing video games. Fuck knows what they were doing, but they weren't being soldiers. They weren't being strong. They're fucking around until the barbarians turn up and now there's no one to defend the society. Then Rome gets set on fire and the whole place gets ransacked. This is why empires don't last very long. Because at the height of their decadence, they collapse. This is where we are in the West now. We're at the height of our decadence where we have young men who should be strong and battle ready who are not. Many parts of the world are not like this, but the West is. And the empire falls. And when the empire falls, the only people who survive are the strong men, and it goes back again. So it's a circle, cyclical. We're at the end of the cycle. So yes, everyone's a pussy now, but it will not last forever because it's not how humanity functions.
So you think humanity is going to revert to what it was before, a long time ago?
I think, no, it's not about reverting to a thing a long time ago. I'm thinking that the Western society now is in the final stage of an empire. Empires are cyclical. No empire lasts forever. The future empire is not going to be America in the West. It's probably going to be China or somewhere else. And you're at the end of the empire, and you are lucky now that you get to live in a scenario where you get to be lazy and you don't have to work very hard. You couldn't do that 50 years ago, and you still couldn't do that now in most places in the world. But you're just in the right place at the right time to do fucking nothing. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Fine.
No. I'm being like genuine. Like you're 100% right. We're lucky to be in this, generation where we could dead ass play video games. Cause I haven't lived my childhood. My whole childhood is, streaming Fortnite and, the popularity that I got through streaming. So no, you're 100% right. I haven't built like discipline up by working a 9 to 5, by, doing all that stuff. And, that's something I probably should do. Cause like you said, like I need to build up my, experiences.
Well, yeah. You're lucky you have a bunch of money. So it'd be a waste of your time to go get 9 to 5, even though you would learn a bunch in a 9 to 5 because it would teach you to respect the money. But you have a bunch of money. You can put yourself in difficult scenarios with your money. Become a UFC world champion. You have money and you have time. What's your problem? Go get a coach.
Because then I have to stop playing Fortnite. And Fortnite's my career.
Bro, if you played Fortnite 12 hours a day instead of 14 hours a day, I'm sure you'd be fine.
So you think if I trained 2 hours a day, I could become, Jake Paul and just beat all boxers and be the best boxer in the world?
I think you'd become a better version of yourself than you are currently.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that even if you don't become world champion, you're going to learn a bunch on the way, which is going to be applicable to real life. I think you'd learn a lot about discipline and hard work and motivation and struggle. I think you'd still learn a whole bunch of things. This is what we were saying earlier about video games. Video games are only worthwhile if you manage to pull it off. They're binary. Other things are not. Even if you don't pull it off, you still learn things upon the way. And this is my point I'm making to you guys. I understand you have to play Fortnite. I understand you get paid to play Fortnite, blah, blah, blah. I get that.
Yeah.
But to pretend you have zero other time in the day to test yourself, I do not agree to that. I think that's a lie. That's a fallacy.
Damn, that's
life-changing.
Yeah, no. You're speaking. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul?
He is a very dedicated young man who is working very, very hard to win his boxing matches.
Would you beat his ass?
I know I'd beat his ass. Now, I think he's very, very clever with his marketing when he comes along and says, I'm just a YouTuber, because he's not just a YouTuber. He's a young man who's dedicated with the best coaches in the world, with money, with time, just like you two, but he's not a little pussy. He's not playing fucking video games.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen. Jake Paul doesn't have to fight, right? He's doing it to test himself because he understands the masculine imperative to put yourself into the fire and come out forged. This is the point. He has money. He could just make fucking YouTube videos and do nothing. He's decided to fight, which I respect because it's a very difficult thing to do. He understands what he's doing. It's very difficult. And he has the best coaches in the world, the best trainers in the world. He's putting it all on the line. His ego, his pride, everything in front of everybody. Yep. So he's a very dedicated person. He's not just a YouTuber. He is a boxer. And he's a competent boxer. So Jake Paul's actually someone that you two should both be looking up to. He's aspirational for you two. He was a YouTuber, had a bunch of money, could have just fucking carried on being a jackass. Instead, decided, you know what? If I'm going to be something of merit, I'm going to have to go through something difficult. So he put himself through something difficult, and he does it on purpose every single day.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul's the perfect role model for both of you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Become a boxer.
Say again?
Let me ask you.
Do you think I should become?
No.
Clix, shut the fuck up. Do you think I should become a boxer then?
I think you should train boxing.
Okay, I'll do that actually.
Here.
Right after the stream.
Yeah, we can definitely. Here, let me actually tell you something. Do you know who Speed is? I Show Speed. No. Okay, so he's like, he's a YouTube sensation. He's very, very big. Probably one of the biggest YouTubers right now doing it different. I got offered when I'm 18 to, my chat doesn't even know this, nobody knows this. I got offered to box him right when I turned 18 because we're both 17, we're both, way. And I'm going to be honest, I was very, like, I low-key told, Keemstar, he offered me. And I low-key told him, like, dude, like, I don't know, like, he low-key beat my ass. Like, should I go back and, message him, like, because I've still have 7 months before I turn 18.
Why are you so sure he'd beat your ass?
He's big.
You haven't even trained though. You don't know what your capabilities are.
All right, you want to be honest? I care what other people think. I asked all my friends and be like, bro, you get fucked up, bro. Like, don't even do that. You get embarrassed, bro. They would fuck you up. And I'm like, dude, fuck. And then it's just, it fucks my. I'm already insecure about fighting because like when I low-key got bullied when I was a little kid. So now when all my friends say that, I'm just all over the place.
Exactly. So you're just proving my point completely.
No.
Pressure, nervous, scared. Completely understand that. However, if you were a man, you'd feel all those things and do it anyway. I'm not saying don't be afraid. I'm saying be afraid and do it anyway. It's different.
So I should do it for an experience.
Stop being a pussy, bro.
What's the worst that can happen? Who gives a shit? You lose.
I get fucking knocked out. I'm an embarrassment. All these people are on my dick saying you got fucked up by Speed. Like,
then don't lose.
Dude, if you want, I'll fight him for you, bro. I'll fuck him up.
Nah, I should. But if he's already bigger than me, he's gonna train with the best of the best. I'm also gonna be training with the best of the best.
Okay, so what's the problem?
I just need to get an ego. I just need to think I'm the shit. You're right.
No, it's not the ego. No, it's not about that. You can train harder than you believe he's training. Train as hard as you possibly can. Get in there, and whether you win or lose, you're still a winner in my eyes. It's not about winning and losing. You're still thinking of it in the paradigm I need to win. I'm saying that you're worried too much about what's going to happen afterwards. I'm saying you'll learn everything you need to learn in the journey up into that ring. That's where you're going to learn most about life, whether you win or lose. Winning or losing isn't actually as important as going through it to get in there.
So how could I balance my career with this upcoming stuff that I could get myself into? Is there a way where I could still be winning tournaments, practicing, doing my hours, like with all these contracts, and still train to become the best? You get what I'm saying here?
I can't sit here and pretend I know the ins and outs of professional video game playing, but I can also sit here as a professional and say that I don't believe that you have absolutely 0 minutes in the day. When I was training to become a world champion kickboxer, I had a normal job too, because I had to pay the bills, right? So I was working 10 hours a day in a job, and I was also training for 4 hours a day. It's all about dedication. It's all about whether you want it or not. If you're going to sit here and say, I don't have a single spare second in the day, literally I have to play Fortnite while I piss, then if that's the truth, then that's the truth. But I don't know the ins and outs of your life. My point is, I'm sure if you were to go to Energy and say, look, I'm going to stream for 10 hours a day instead of 4 because I'm going to box this guy called Speed, and I think it's going to be good for the team, and I'll wear an Energy t-shirt, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure they'd probably get behind you because it's good for promotion and good for the brand. Yeah. You go to the gym, and you could train, and you could fight. Would you guarantee win? No. Because if you were guaranteed to win, it would take no bravery to do. If you're guaranteed to win, there's no bravery involved. The fact that it could go wrong is why it's a brave action in and of itself. And doing brave actions is going to teach you about yourself. If you're going to go through life and never take anything unless it's a guaranteed win, well, then you're going to have a difficult life. You're going to struggle with life. That's the reason you won't go up to a bitch, because you're scared she's going to say no. You only go up to a girl who guaranteed would say yes to you. That's why you're complaining that girls don't have game. You want girls to come up to you and say, I'm very interested in you. Please talk to me. It's never going to fucking happen. It's not real.
Look, he's spinning right now. I'm not going to lie. Nah, I just feel like a bitch.
Yeah, I look, you feel like a bitch.
Well, you got to stop caring about the win and the loss. And
I just can't give a fuck what people think. If I lose, I lose. You know what I'm saying? If I win, I win, right?
And the people who make fun of you for losing are people who'd never get in there themselves.
That is true. That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point.
So who gives a shit, right? You care too much about the opinions of others. And once again, this is about the new mental model and the way the world works. It's a brand new world we live in. At your age, I didn't know millions of people didn't know my life. Millions of people they didn't spy on what I did. Millions of people didn't comment on my things. Like I knew like 5 people I spoke to. You're really concerned about taking certain actions because the whole world can mock you. But the fact is, this is a brand new mental model. This is all brand new. So, but yeah, you're going to have to just accept it. That's just the world you've made. That's the career you have. That's why you pay the bills. Congratulations. But that doesn't mean you can't go. You have to go through life now and take absolutely zero risk because you're scared of getting made fun of.
So, no, you're right. So fuck it. I fight him when I'm 18. I should tell him yeah.
Yeah, you have to, bro. You have to. If you pussy out now.
All right, be honest. Top G. What do you watch the fight?
I mean, I'm a busy man. I mean, maybe it'll be shit. Like it'll be 2 amateurs swinging. Maybe.
What do you root for me?
I mean, I'd love for you to win. Of course, I'd love for you to win. I mean, if you were to lose,
I know we just met, but you know, I do feel a connection.
Yeah, I'd love for you to win, but if I'm chilling, you know, in my house doing whatever, and someone walks in and says he just got knocked out cold, I'm going to be like, oh well, I'm not going to give a shit. It's cool.
No, you're
welcome to the real world. Get up.
Yeah.
We'll go again.
All right. This is going to be another question that's a little bit off topic, but a lot of my chat wants to hear it because, you know, they're all, like I said, all teenagers that want to aspire to have a lot of money and etc. So how hard was it making your first million? Because you know what they say, like after you make your first million, you keep on going up. From experience as well, like making my first million was very, very difficult, and now it's just smooth sail because I already have everything set up. So how did you make your first million, and what was stuff that, you know, boundaried you to actually go for it?
Making your first million is certainly the hardest, and making money after that is absolutely easier. That's true because you're usually onto a winning thing by then. Mm-hmm. Making money in the world of the internet is 100,000 times easier than it was before the internet.
Yep.
Let me ask you a question. Take the internet away. How do you get rich?
Nothing. If I'm going to be 100% nothing.
I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do, right? You're going to need to start a business. And this is the thing about the old world, right? To start a business, you need to be good with people. You need to meet a bunch of people. You have to be confident, men and women. You need to look good, wear a suit. Now you need a building. That's expensive. You got to pay rent, pay taxes on that building. Now you got to get customers without the internet somehow. People got to turn up. Then you got to provide a service or a product at a better price than your competitors are. And then you only have a small margin. Then you have to pay taxes. Like before the internet, making money or becoming a millionaire was so difficult. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
And the internet has given massive opportunities, created a massive hole in the matrix where people who have nothing and started with nothing can become very, very rich. You're now rich from video games, right? I made a bunch of money, lots of different ways, but I also lived in the world before the internet. So I learned a bunch of real world skills and real world business skills that you needed before the internet existed. So the world was different back then. But I made my first $1 million with I had webcam girls. I had girls sitting on the internet talking to guys, and they worked for my business. I started a business. I got a big house. I got a bunch of hot women to sit there and talk on laptops to a bunch of Fortnite streamers and Twitch dorks, and they sent them all a bunch of money, and I made my first couple million with that.
But so how much money do you actually have? Because I feel like you're like, I don't want to be an asshole, like in the most respectful way possible. I feel like you're actually like kind of broke.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like you try to give off the impression that you have a lot of money, but like in reality, like you don't actually have that much money. Like I feel like Clix probably has more money than you.
So I don't know how much Clix gets paid, but why would you assume that I try and give off the impression I have lots of money, and what do I do that makes you think I am broke?
I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like you always try to like show your money and stuff like that. And I feel like you're actually like broke. Like how much money do you actually have?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer, right? Because it depends if you're talking about liquid money or assets. It depends if you're talking about net worth. I own companies. How much is the company worth? It's not as simple as just how much money do you have. When you actually achieve true wealth, you don't just leave money sitting in a bank account. So it's a difficult question to answer. And I don't know how much money Clix has. I'll be honest with you. I don't follow this world. I don't have a fucking clue how much money you have. But the more you have, the worse, because then you really have no excuse to not be doing the things I'm saying. So if Clix wants to go first, I mean, how much money do you make for playing Fortnite?
We're talking yearly?
Yeah.
You know, a couple M's. But like good money, you know what I'm saying? You know, I never say how much money I make a year, so it's like my chat thinks I'm broke as fuck. So when I say this, they're gonna think I have money.
You definitely do have money.
Yeah, all right, a couple M's a year. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Cool. Well, how many businesses do you have?
So I just finding it interesting that we talked earlier about perspicacity and how important it is to perceive things, right? Then he sits here and says he thinks I'm broke. Well, I have 27 cars with a combined value of over $25 million. I have a Bugatti Chiron, which is $5.8 million. I have a private plane. I have a boat. So you can look at things that are just
that's 100 mil. That's 100 mil off the bat.
Exactly. Those are things that are just on my Instagram page. Before you talk about my property.
Are those all yours?
Yeah, of course. Whose else are they going to be?
Okay. No, like rental, etc. Like, you know, everyone has questions.
You can't rent cars in Romania. Like, there's no supercar rental. Okay. All of my cars have my custom number plate on them. I'm driving the same cars every day. You can't even rent a Bugatti Chiron anywhere in the world. There's only 50 in the world. I own one. Like, all these things are mine. So the fact to sit there that he lacks perspicacity to a level where he's going to say to a guy who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, I don't think you have any money, just shows that you don't even live in the real world, my friend. And
I'm not in the real world.
Well, then you're not very perceptive.
I don't even know what that word means.
Okay, cool. Well, then you prove my point. And that's your problem, not mine. I don't give a shit, right? But my point is, yeah, I have some money. I'm successful, but I'm also 35 years old. I'm not going to sit here and compare myself to you two, because at your age, I had nothing. So at your age, you're both destroying me. I didn't have any money till I was 25, 26. I didn't have nothing. So you're ahead of me in terms of like for like comparison. But also when I was your age, the internet wasn't a thing. So all I could do was work in a fucking bullshit store. There's no way to make money, right? So it's not the exact same world. But to sit and say I'm kind of broke, I mean that's up to you if you want to go along. If you had any, no, it's fine.
I didn't mean to disrespect
you. No, Mr. Andrew, I could tell you're rich. Like, I could tell you're very wealthy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It doesn't bother me at all. You have a lack of perception. If you were to pay a little bit more attention, you'd understand things. I don't know how much research you've done into me, but also I run a school that teaches 18 modern wealth creation methods. I have a school called Hustlers University on my website, cobratate.com. And that teaches people how to make money online specifically. And we do that specifically because the modern educational system doesn't teach anything that's valuable. So we've launched our own college to compete with traditional college. Because people always used to say to me, I don't want to go to college, it's a waste of time. I know that, but I don't know what else to do. So I created HU. So HU is $49 a month. We have over 100,000 students. So that's $5 million a month right there. So to sit here and say I have no money, it's just asinine. It shows you haven't done any research.
Going back to another question, if I were to buy your course or your college that you just basically said for $49.99 a month, am I going to benefit? Like what would I expect if I joined the district?
What is Hustlers University all about, and why did you start it?
So there's 18 modern wealth creation methods. You can go to cobratate.com, you can sign up, and you can learn everything about it from there. You're already making a bunch of money playing Fortnite. So you're already making a bunch of money online.
You know, Fortnite.
Whatever you're doing, you're making a bunch of money. Could you make more money using Hustlers University? Of course you could, because you can go in the different sections in there, and you have something. When you start the university, what we do is we have to understand your assets, right? So when you first join HU, there's a questionnaire, and it asks you, do you have a lot of money? Do you have a lot of time? Do you have a lot of influence? Do you have a lot of attention, etc.? And you have to answer all these questions for a good 20 minutes to try and build a profile of who you are and what your scenario is. So you currently have a lot of money, and you can turn your money into more money. You're low on time. You don't have much time, but that's fine, because you also have a lot of attention, a lot of influence. You can turn attention and influence into money. So with your money and with your attention and with your influence, easily, you could be making an extra $1 or $2 million a month, easily. Because you can talk to people. You can stand up in front of people and say, this is good, buy this. Or you can stand up in front of people and say, this is good, join this. You can do things, right? And also you have a whole bunch of money that if you knew how to cleverly multiply, if you knew how to invest significantly, then you could turn your money into more money. So there's a lot of ways you could make money in your scenario. Then there's people who have no money, no influence, but they have all the time in the world because they're nobodies, they're jackasses, right? Well, then we teach you how to turn time into money. So this is all inside of Hustlers University. You can learn on cobratate.com. It all signs up. But the fact that, we're only talking about this because we asked about my wealth.
Yeah, no, you're good. Go for it.
No, but we can continue to go into it deeper, right? So if I have 100,000 students at $49 a month, which is $5 million a month turnover, that is $60 million a year. And then the way you measure the value of a company is you put a multiplier on it. A tech company, an educational tech company purely online, will probably get an 8 or a 9 times multiplier. So if you have a $60 million turnover company with an 8-time multiplier, I mean, you're looking at $500 million company that I own. So, and that's one of 7 companies. So this is why I'm saying it's very difficult when people come and say, how much money do you have? And you could easily do the paperwork to say I'm worth $1 billion. You can do the paperwork to say I'm only worth $250 million. It doesn't matter. The point is I can buy anything I want all the time. I have everything I want all of the time.
So what do you consider yourself spoiled as well?
No, I would not consider myself spoiled.
You worked for it.
You're spoiled. I'm not spoiled.
Okay.
Bro, you are a bitch. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm not fucking spoiled. I play 14 hours of fucking Fortnite every single day. I have fucking hate. I have to deal with all the hate. I have to be able to rotate one. Literally, first fucking moving, 0 fucking math. Get 70 fucking surge. Actually get into the fucking zone. Get a certain amount of points to get first in the tournament. When I get first in the tournament, my contract goes up. My contract goes up. The salary goes up. Boom. Better. If I don't do good, my money goes down. I lose more money.
You're wearing a Fortnite shirt.
You're spoiled because you're children with more money than you should have, and you're earning it in the best possible way possible. That makes you spoiled.
Yeah, you're right.
Spoiled. I'm not saying it's not difficult.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's not. I'm saying that you're earning money in the way that everyone wishes they could earn money, and you're doing it at a very young age, and you're earning a lot of money. You are spoiled.
All right, that's Loki Trail.
No, I'm not gonna defend myself. You're right. You're right. I'll be honest.
You should defend yourself. I'm not gonna lie though.
No,
me personally, I'm not letting anyone speak to me like that.
No. He's. I mean, I never worked a job.
You're even worse because at least he's richer than you, bro. You're doing the same shit, and you're a brokey.
I'm not a brokey. I probably have more money than you.
There's no way.
I'm just young. You give me time, I'm gonna get into boxing shit. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of some people, and then I'm gonna make my own Hustlers University. I'm gonna be a billionaire by the time I'm your age.
You're broke as fuck.
Billionaire.
I'm gonna have to do it.
I ain't gonna be broke.
That's why I put brokey here. This is brokey. It's to represent our friend here on the left. This is it.
Yo, personally, me, I'll not take that.
I ain't gonna let you speak to me like that. Andrew, be honest. Be completely honest.
I'm not gonna let you speak to me like that. I'm not gonna let you speak. Bro, listen. Clix would.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Clix would fuck you up at
I would
Fortnite.
fuck you up. I would literally.
No one's fucking.
Now, Andrew, you wanna know what? He hasn't won a tournament. He hasn't won a tournament in 3 years. I won one yesterday. I won a tournament yesterday.
I don't give a fuck about
I'm not agreeing with Andrew. I'm not agreeing with Andrew. You're a fucking bitch. You didn't qualify for fucking FNCS. You didn't qualify for FNCS. Who's in Grands? Who's in Grands? Who's not?
Doesn't matter who's in Grands. You're still a bitch, bro.
Clix would fuck you up at Fortnite, and he obviously that's why he gets paid more than you, and that's why you're a brokey.
Yep.
Just saying.
I'm not a brokey, bro. Stop calling me that.
Sorry, you're the brokey of the chat.
Thank you. No, you're right. Thank you. Someone had to agree with me. I just couldn't stand up for
I'm
myself.
not glad. Andrew Tate, would you box me? Be completely honest. Like, do you think I would have a shot against you?
Take off the shirt. Take off the shirt.
Absolutely 0% chance. Oh my god.
Do you think I'd have a shot against you?
I'll tell you what would make a really good Twitch stream. You fly here. You fly here. Economy. Don't waste all your money.
Smart guy. Smart guy.
Listen. First of all, don't make those dumbass fucking remarks. I'm not a bitch. All right. I'm flying first fucking class. I might fly my private jet. Matter of fact. Continue.
Okay. If you want to fly first class, get an app. It's no problem. You can come here and we'll Twitch stream. You and I have a boxing match, and
I'll actually take you up by that offer. You give me like 2 months of training, take some steroids and shit. Game day, baby. Game day.
So what is it? It's Friday, the 22nd of July. So on the 22nd of August, when your ass doesn't turn up, can the internet never forgets, guys? So can everyone on the internet please screenshot this, screen record it, etc. Start reminding him in September because there's no fucking way he's coming to his ass.
I'll fucking be there. On my life, I'll be there.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna have to agree with Andrew. You're dead.
No, I'm. The fuck?
No, like I know, like I know, I knew you for a long time.
August 22nd, I'm marked in my calendar. I'll be there.
All right, September 22nd, we'll box. I'm waiting for you.
September 20. So I gotta come to you.
Of course you do.
You just got bitched.
I'm not. Listen, Clix, you're the biggest bitch here, bro.
He's richer than you though.
I'm richer.
Doesn't matter.
Stronger, more bitches, bitches, I should say. Okay, wait.
This is actually a good girl.
Okay, this is actually a question to get into. Andrew, do you know what e-sex is? E-kiss?
I can guess.
So basically it's internet sex, and I'm actually involved with a cord that is mainly about e-girls, e-dating, e-sex, e-kiss, and it's basically all about, you join a Discord channel, that's the bed. It's basically an online Discord world where, you know, it's basically in real life. So I'm involved with that. Like, I had e-sex multiple times. Like, I didn't lose my virginity, but I lost my e-virginity. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically...
This is the guy who just made fun of me, Andrew. Can you fucking believe that?
Yeah.
Call him a bitch. Call him a bitch. Talk to him, Andrew. Let's go.
All right. I mean, I don't think losing your e-virginity is a real thing.
Well, yeah, maybe in your world, but our world, we all have e-sex.
Why?
I've had e-sex before.
Well,
too.
it's just because it's
It's a lot better than what you would think.
Yeah. Because why would I waste my energy to actually have sex with an actual girl, put in the effort to get her to my house, rather than you could join a room that's basically Clix's bed, continue do the what I'm saying, just not use your physical energy. It's more a mental game, and that's how you practice.
Okay, and do you want to have e-sex forever, or do you want to have real sex?
No, I'll have real sex, but I'm just waiting till I'm 18.
Why?
Well, because
okay, let's say you're 18. What's gonna change? You're gonna start going up to girls. You're gonna stay a pussy.
I'm gonna start going up to girls.
Bro, take the.
If you want me to get a girl on stream right now, I can get a girl on stream. And
Get a girl on stream. Get a girl on stream.
1 second, guys.
Let's go. He's capping out of his ass. He's not getting any girls. He's capping out of his ass. All right, Andrew Tate, be completely honest. Do you think he's a bitch? Let's talk shit about him. Who do you think's more of a bitch, me or Clix?
It's hard to say, bro. It's kind of like it's a race to the bottom,
One second.
Oh,
race to the bottom. What does that mean?
I mean, it's just like trying to choose. Imagine you're walking through the forest, and you're walking, and your boots accidentally kick up some mud, and you see 2 worms on the floor, and they're both slithering around on the floor. And someone said, which worm is a better worm than the other worm? And you're kind of looking at them both, just going.
Listen, I'm gonna erase that from my memory and pretend you didn't just call me a fucking worm. All right?
You are a worm.
No, motherfucker, you're not gonna talk to me like that. I'm just gonna erase that from my memory because when we box, I don't want to remember that. Otherwise, you're really gonna get hurt bad.
You are a worm, and there is 0% chance you arrive here on the 22nd of September.
But just watch it. Just watch it.
You are a worm.
I don't want you to get yourself hurt.
You, sir, are a worm. And as I kicked up the mud and I saw these 2 worms slithering around on the floor, and I was asked which worm is a better worm than the other worm, I was just very pertinently aware of how easily I could crush both. I could just step and just end both of their little insignificant lives. But I'm a kind lord. Instead, I decided to continue to walk. And maybe the 2 worms sat there talking worm language about e-dates and e-sex and all this worm shit that worms do. But it's not in my world. It's not in my understanding of how reality functions.
All right, wait, real quick. I don't know what combo you guys just had, but if I have a girl on here, could you actually help me?
He just called me a bitch.
She's five.
a worm.
Now that I think about it, you do look like a fucking worm.
He called you a fucking worm too, motherfucker.
No, he didn't.
Don't act like you're in the fucking clear.
Andrew just
tell
wouldn't talk.
what you just said.
He wouldn't talk to me like that.
He called you a worm.
He wouldn't
He
talk
said
to
you
me
were
like
a
that.
bitch.
He wouldn't
He said
say
you were a bitch.
He wouldn't talk to me like that.
Me and Clix are close. Once you get past a certain level of money,
I know for a fact you're not switching up.
We don't talk to the broke, dude. I'm gonna keep it real, Bucky. You need to.
Billionaires don't talk to each other like
Billionaires
that.
don't talk to each other.
Money thing.
Yeah, it's
Wow, I cannot believe this just got turned on me.
No, I'm just being honest. Like for real.
So where's this chick at?
Unbelievable.
She's wait. She's coming in 10 minutes. Is that good, Andrew?
Where's she from?
She's from. You know what New Jersey is?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So.
What's that supposed to mean?
Show.
All right, no. So she's basically a TikTok star. She'll pull up and she basically does TikTok and dances and stuff. And then she's one of my close friends. But I'm gonna be honest, I've been in the friend zone. So I'm like, yeah. She'll pull up and
you said to her, "I want to sleep with you."
I never said that to a girl before.
Why?
Because what is she gonna say?
Yes or no?
Should I ask her when she comes?
Fuck yeah. Don't waste your time, G.
That's good advice. But I know he's gonna pussy out.
No,
what are the chances he actually does that?
We're gonna sit there and be your friend for what? Just sit there and go, "Oh, it's okay, we're friends," and just waste you.
You don't think I could have a friend that's a girl?
Some other guy's gonna be fucking her, and you're gonna sit around just being her friend like a pussy. No, say, "Listen, I think you're beautiful. We should be together." And if she goes no, then say, "Cool." Then don't talk to her anymore. If she says yes, then get your dick wet. Easy. Both either you save time or you get laid. What's the problem?
I have a question. Do you think guys and girls can be friends? Like
No.
just friends?
No.
Why not?
Because guys and girls being friends is basically just a bunch of worms who are too scared to tell the pussy they want to fuck her, sitting in the friend zone, doing bullshit for her without even getting any sex in return, being abused and used for their attention. And that's all the friend zone. That's all the male female dynamic of friendship really is. The chick knows the guy likes her. She just fucking takes the attention for free because she doesn't give him no pussy out. And the guy's too scared to say anything about it. So that's why I have no female friends. There's girls who I sleep with. There's girls who I want to sleep with, who I'm getting to know. There's girls who know I want to sleep with them, who aren't interested, who don't talk to me. That's fine. I don't have any female friends, not a single fucking one. And Clix here is about to lose his female friend. He's either going to lose his friend or gain a girlfriend because we ain't playing no more games.
Okay, so if she, fuck, dude. Like, I know I'm actually tweaking the fuck out. If she, no, like, I'm like actually nervous as fuck. Tate, I'm like, it sounds cringe as fuck, but I have butterflies in my stomach right now because she's about it. She's gonna be here soon, and I'm scared as fuck.
Scared of what?
So I'm just gonna say, do you want to sleep with me tonight?
Scared as what? Because if she says no, you get no pussy, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to change my shirt? Should I change my shirt?
No. But you ain't getting no pussy anyway. So what are you worried about?
Okay, you're right. Because if she says no, then it's just adding fucking another girl that said no to the list.
Cool, who cares? If she says no, you ain't gonna talk to her anymore. You ain't gonna waste your time with this bullshit friend game. You ain't gonna waste any more worm time.
Yeah, but like, I like her as a friend, and I like you know, she asked me for guy advice. I give her guy. What?
You just sound like a fucking bitch.
No, I'm being like.
How are you gonna let him get away with saying some shit like that, Andrew?
Like, what do you mean? You help her with guy?
Like, no, like she like messaged me. Yeah, I'm talking to this guy, and like I'm really nervous. Like, what do I respond with this? And then I respond like, oh yeah, you should probably say this because you probably feel a certain way. And I'm gonna be honest, I caught feelings for her, and like it, she did have sex with a couple people and shit, and that shit hurt. But you're
her friend.
Yeah, because I don't want to break a friendship just because I wanna have a sexual intercourse with her.
Bro.
Wow.
Don't know what to say.
Andrew, don't let that shit slide.
I'm dumbfounded. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this shit right here. We're gonna tell her.
Okay, all right. She's coming. How far? 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'm just gonna end this shit right here. I'm just gonna tell her.
You do it like a G. You can't do it like a pussy. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna sit down and say, look, knowing you a long time, all these other guys been messing you around. I think it's about time you did something serious. You and I are gonna be a great team. We're not just friends. Obviously, we like each other. So you're staying with me tonight. And she's going to say either, yes, I agree, or she's going to say, no, I don't want to. She says, no, I don't want to. Say, all right, cool, no problem. The door is over there. Bye.
But then she's going to be like, oh, so you only want me to sleep with me.
Correct. I don't have any more time to waste texting you while you're fucking some other dude. I got to prepare for my boxing match, so I'm not a worm anymore. You're not wasting any more time on these fucking chicks. I thought you had no time to train, but you got all the time in the world to message some bitch fucking some other guy. Unbelievable. Fucking total waste of time. Talk about wasting time.
Hassan wants to join the call. Do you know who Hassan is?
No.
He's like a political Twitch streamer.
Cool.
Do you want me to add him to the call?
I don't give a fuck.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think I've seen Hassan stream. I think.
Yeah. Do you want me to add him to the call?
Chat, yes.
You guys can have a little bit of a political debate
before my girlfriend comes on. My chat said they're saying, please, oh God, no. My girl spam me yes. Yes. Okay, let's just get him on for 5 minutes. And because I don't know what he's gonna say. But matter of fact, here, let me. I actually have someone too that can join.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Hassan on.
No, but real shit. When the girl comes on, could you guys actually like just focus up on this? Because I actually.
Fucky.
What's good, Tommy? How you doing, man?
What's good, Tommy?
Doing good. Andrew, how we doing, buddy?
I'm not bad, sir. You?
I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm in the airport. I was gonna take my shirt off so I could step up to you, but
take your shirt off right now.
I can't do it, dude. I'm in the airport. I don't want to get.
Where are you flying?
I'm going home. I'm in New York City right now. I'm going back to Oregon.
Unfortunate.
So yeah. So Andrew, he's a big fan of you.
He's a pro. He's the oldest pro Fortnite player.
I am the oldest pro Fortnite player, indeed. And dude, I have nothing personal against you, Andrew, but like,
he thinks you're a bitch, though.
Some of your philosophy, I don't think you're a bitch. I think you're a water boy.
Don't switch up.
Water boy for patriarchy and capitalism and whatnot, right? And sort of regressive ideas about manhood, and which is why the teenage audience like consumes it so much. You got these young boys that are like grappling with feelings of powerlessness, and you come in and offer them like the ultimate machismo ideas of like how to be a man, but you're so off base, bro. It's like it's tragic, really.
So you think that I am inspiring the youth of today, the masculine youth of today, to become men, and you think that's a negative thing? Why? Why am I?
No, I don't. I don't think you're inspiring them to become men, because like real men are in touch with their emotions and their vulnerability and don't need to be like wielding and taking power. Real men are self-aware, and you come in offering them like somebody that they can follow, where you want to be like the savior, the guy, the badass
If
who's
you're
like,
if you're a man who's in touch with his strength and his masculine power, why does that mean you're not capable of reflecting inwards and being self-aware? They're not mutually exclusive.
well, apparently for you they are, though, because on the one hand
That's
you
true.
talk about on the one hand you talk about how you made your first million while exploiting women on webcams,
Incorrect.
and then you post on the Instagram post about how you and your brother are going to bring purity back to women. So yeah, you absolutely lack self-awareness, because you yourself admit you made your initial money on sort of like the you profited off the supposed impurity of women around sex.
All right. So first thing, the word exploiting is an incorrect use of language because I've never exploited anyone in my life.
Well, let me ask you this. When you made your first million with the women in the webcams, how many of the women who are on those webcams earning for you, how many of them are millionaires now?
The ones who made millions are also millionaires. It was 50% each. It was 50.
You know what I'm saying?
I would argue the point here, sir. I would argue the point here that when
Right.
a girl worked for me, it was 50-50. If you work for nearly any other business in the world, you do not get 50% of the takings. If you go work at McDonald's and you ring up a register for an hour, you do not get 50% of that register. So that is a lie. Most companies pay you less than 1%. So to sit here and say that I was exploiting people is absolute fallacy. So that's the first thing.
It's like
So that's the first fallacy. I've let you talk. Now it's my turn. That's the first fallacy. The second fallacy is this whole patriarchy bullshit you're saying that are outdated ideas of masculinity.
yeah.
The idea of patriarchy South America.
Thank you for taking the job.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Really? I remember Johannesburg.
You're overthinking it.
Van de regisseur van Deadpool 2.
You're underthinking.
Een eigenzinnige actiecomedy.
It's not a word.
Yes, it is.
Really? Did you Google it?
Brad Pitt.
No more sociopaths.
Is het spoorbijster.
No more maniacs.
Ook in IMAX.
Time for some change.
Maybe there's a little head trauma.
Maybe.
Bullet Train. 4 augustus. Alleen in de bioscoop.
His weakness, but it's not.
All forms of strength are important. You're saying
It's
that.
not.
Yes, it is. Physical strength is just as important as emotional strength.
Emotional strength is actually more powerful than physical strength.
Okay,
Because
on
the
physical-
fact of the matter is, no matter how physically strong you are, somebody bigger could come along and beat your
Correct.
ass. But it's emotional strength that helps you survive the ass beating.
You're right,
Not
you're right.
physical strength.
You
I
know
know
what,
I'm
that's-
right.
You're right. That's a good point. You're saying so when someone comes along to assault you, you won't call the police afterwards and you won't fight back. You'll lay in a ball, you get an ass kicking, but you're emotionally strong enough to just deal with the fact that you got an ass whoop in front of everyone.
No,
You're
but
weak. And that's
see,
fine. And everyone should be like you. And that, you know what we
Again,
call,
I'm
you know-
not
you know
saying
what people
everyone
like
should
you
be
are
like
called in
you.
most places in the world. People like you are
Yeah.
called in most places in the world. They're
Studs.
called victims.
We're
You're called
called
prey.
studs.
You're a prey.
We're called studs.
And
You're-
let me tell you something. When I inspire men to grow up and be their biggest, strongest version of themselves, emotionally, mentally, physically, in every single realm, that is not a negative thing. There's nothing wrong with a man being big and strong. And let me tell you one more thing. We're sitting here talking to professional video game players. You're a professional Fortnite player yourself.
I am.
I don't know how the game works. I've never played the
And
game.
I was a professional musician and a director. I've done a great many things.
Perfect. Good. And you're obviously a successful, smart individual. You're obviously mentally intelligent, right? I'm not talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not saying that just because someone's strong that they don't have to be mentally adept. I'm not saying that somebody doesn't have to be emotionally adept just because they're strong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that physical strength is also an important thing. But let's look at the video game Fortnite, which I've never played. It might be incorrect. But if you have stats on your character, you're going to try and max out your strength character. You're not going to have a character which is weak. Every single person, if they're given a video game character and said choose what statistics you want, is going to click max strength every single time, and then they're going to go back into the real world and pretend strength doesn't matter. Strength does matter. The difference is in the real world, hard to achieve, and because it's hard to obtain, it's the ostrich problem. You don't want to accept that it's hard to do. You don't want to go through the pain to get it, so you want to pretend it doesn't matter. Just because you don't want to go through the bullshit it requires to be a physically dangerous individual does not mean physical dangerous individuals are not respected by society. And I'll tell you one more thing, my friend. One more thing.
All right.
If me and you were to stand side by side in front of 100 women, in front of 100 fucking police officers, 100 fucking enemies who want to kill us, whatever it is, they would all choose to fuck with you before they choose to fuck with me. Because they'd look at me and I have a certain status and a certain presence which comes from my physical stature. Not just because of my capability, but because of the things I've gone through to become this physical specimen of man. They know I'm not the kind of guy who you really want to mess with. They look at you and go, he is a victim. Because that's what you look like, my friend, and that is your own choice.
See, that's just it, though. The only reason they would choose you in that element is because of the patriarchal fucking male-dominated society
Here
that
we fucking go. Here we
All right,
go.
all right.
Here's the deal, Andrew.
This is fun. Name it. No. I'm not done.
No, because
Name
hey, Andrew,
name a
Andrew, listen to
society
me.
from
Listen
history
to me.
that wasn't patriarchal. Name a society from history that was not patriarchal.
See, listen to me, though. That is why people like yourself are bugging and going into hyper mode right now, because society's changing. Society is changing.
I'll tell you why, my friend. I'll tell you why we cannot name a single society in history across the entire planet that was not patriarchal. Because patriarchal societies are optimized to survive. When things get difficult, when people are put in survival situations, we naturally revert to our gender roles. I'll tell you something. If we were all on a ship and the ship got shipwrecked, the men would start building and digging and hunting, and the women would start gathering and doing what women are naturally adept at. Because when it comes down to survival, you have to do what you are most competent at. And men are more competent at certain things, and females are more competent at certain things. I'm not saying
Not all men. Not all men, and not all females.
My
There are
point is,
definitely there are
patriarchal
many.
societies are more competitive than any other type of society because society functions better as a patriarchy. So the reason you cannot name a single society in history that was not a patriarchy is because all of the societies, and I'm sure there were some, which were not patriarchal, were destroyed by patriarchal societies. They were wiped off the face of the planet because they are not competitive.
There
They don't
haven't been any
have
yet.
books to read. They do not have monuments to find. And the point I'm making is that in the harsh reality of ultra competitiveness, only patriarchal societies can survive. So the reason you cannot name one from history is because all the ones that tried this idea that you're trying to purport were destroyed in real time. And in the West, in
Nobody's
America,
even done it yet.
as we stand right now in America, which I wouldn't even call it a patriarchal society because it isn't, because females have more rights under the law than men.
Oh my God, bro.
They do.
Shut.
And I'm telling you
You
now,
are so clueless. What are
as
you even
America
talking
falls
about?
apart and the patriarchy is disintegrated, all that's going to happen is that other countries like Russia, like China, like countries which are still patriarchal, will remain more competitive than the West. And you're not going to fix the world. America's just going to end up a third world shithole. So throwing the fucking patriarchy away is going to fix a fucking thing. You live in a clown world, my clown world.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I do live in a clown world because there are people like you that are sitting there like pushing this inane philosophy. So yeah, I get it. I accept that. But first off, we haven't seen a non-patriarchal society yet. We're definitely moving toward it. And if you want to look at America and look at some of the problems with America, like what problems do we have? Well, there's an enormous wealth gap. You mentioned the Roman Empire earlier. The Roman Empire didn't fall because of laziness. It fell because of overconfidence, because of an income gap between the richest and the poor, and because of political corruption. All three things that are sort of happening in America right now. So absolutely, America could fall, but it's not because men were turning soft, right? The idea of men being soft, the idea of men being soft, Andrew, is a battle cry of men who see that purely physical stature is no longer the only defining quality. Because like you said, they could line me and you up and all those brutes like the cops or somebody looking for pure strength would choose you to defend them. But anybody who was from a marginalized group that was looking for an emotional defender, those people would pick me, right?
Why?
And they wouldn't pick the muscular guy because they know that I have the inner strength to actually have an openness and a vulnerability that can relate to them and that can help them find that empowerment in themselves. I don't want to train people to be cheap.
All
you know what I mean?
Who says
Like
I'm not talking
we go to your Instagram page and you talk about being the Messiah and all this other BS. You want people to follow you like you're some sort of like deity, boss. And that's actually a sign of your own weakness at work, right? That's coming from your own trauma, your own unhealed trauma.
Firstly, the fact you think that you're talking to marginalized people more than me, it doesn't even make sense because I'm talking to groups of people, you're talking to groups of people, and both of them includes marginalized communities. Secondly, the fact that I am actually mixed race, that I grew up in the south side of Chicago with my father.
Absolutely.
I know more about marginalized communities than you do because you are as white as they fucking come, and you're sitting there talking about marginalized communities to a marginalized person.
Absolutely. But then let me ask you,
I never woke up and thought I'm brown, so I had to find this white guy with pink hair to fight for me. I woke up and fought for myself. And that's
hello?
when you fight for yourself, you fight for yourself when you're a man. That requires all forms of power, whether it be emotional, mental, and physical. You just sit here telling men they should be as weak as possible.
Get Kian here. Where's Kian?
It's not good for society as a whole. And there's nothing wrong with patriarchal society.
Poor guy.
Yo.
Wait, join duos one because they're watching it in there.
I'm advocating for people to heal and to heal their trauma.
Where's that?
And not use their trauma like you do and then aim it at select groups of people.
I can't join duos one. The channel's full.
Money, right, and status, so you can walk
around. Oh, it's full. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I just said, bro.
I think all men, if you're a good man, you're gonna have a traumatic life. That's part of
men be slave. Oh my.
I think it's not even a part of being a man, it's a part of being a human being on the planet. You're gonna have a traumatic life.
Bro, who is this girl?
You gotta heal the trauma.
Clix's girlfriend.
Make you unless you heal it. If you don't heal it, you go around, say, dumping it on women, right? By waltzing around talking about how you got to protect women, you got to get a cut of her OnlyFans.
Envy, show screen.
Her private parts. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's your trauma speaking.
It depends how you heal the trauma, right? And when I said that being a trauma is part of being a good man, you said it's part of being a human. I agree, but I think you can be a very, very good woman with a good heart, and you can be a good person. You don't need a traumatic life to be a good woman. However, to be a good man, you need to have a traumatic life because any man who's I'll tell you why. Let me answer. Any man who's not had difficulty, any man who's not gone through something that's difficult is not very good at being a man because when shit hits the fan, people turn to the nearest man in the room and say, "What is the solution?" Someone just broke in the house.
Who is that in Clix's room, bro? bro.
There's a natural disaster, a hurricane, you go to the man. There's a war, you go to the men. So
Who's
men who have
Hassan
not been through
Nabi?
trauma are not very good at being men.
That's Osama bin Laden,
Wait,
bro.
pause right there, though, Andrew, because you said when you go to war, you go to the men. But the only reason you have a war is because of men and their lack of awareness about their own feelings. That's
What
why
is
war
Tommy
exists in the
saying?
first place.
So you're saying
If you
if the
had more
world
Bro,
women leaders, we wouldn't
imagine
have-
being in the New York
Okay, so
airport
we
and
had
seeing
more
this,
women
leaders, we wouldn't even
seeing this
have
pink-haired
men
cunt just
literally
shout at the
are
fucking computer
responsible for
screen.
war by a lack of
Jesus.
emotional awareness.
Wait, Tommy's
Right,
at
get him kicked
Tom's
out.
at the
So
airport.
let's make this the final point before we move on. You just said that if
Wait,
all the
Kian, is
leaders were
Tommy at
women,
the
you wouldn't
airport?
even have war.
Fucking
I
hell.
said if we had more women leaders,
Kian.
there would be
Okay,
less
cool.
war.
The fact that you hate your own gender so much is quite amazing to me. But
I
actually,
don't
let me give
hate
you
my own gender.
another point.
See, why do you?
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
No. You don't.
Mate, I'm
you don't
confused.
gaslight
Is
me
that
and
gonna like
tell
Tommy
me I
like a
hate my own
tranny or
gender
something now?
just because I'm displaying a
He
version of
was.
manhood that you're
Oh my God,
uncomfortable
Azora.
It's not gaslighting you, bro.
You
You've
don't
literally
get
said it
sad
yourself.
I don't give a fuck
when
about
I'm
your
weak because
Who's
I present a
streaming?
version
Not
of
every
manhood
man,
that
You
is
watching
like,
struggled
Azora?
just like
Who's,
you,
bro?
that is
is that
conquered
you
just
like
like
Tommy gay
you,
by any
but is
chance?
lives outside the
I mean, look
idealized
at his fucking
patriarchy
hair.
that
It's
was
a
sold to me.
possibility.
You don't get to gaslight me because you're uncomfortable with the
You
type
love
of
men.
man that I am.
You love men. You love men. Cool. The point I'm making is you're saying that the world wouldn't have a war if there was
Dude,
female
you
leaders.
are backed up against the wall.
Wait. No, chill. Let
No,
Tate
but
have
I'm
his
telling him I was wrong.
All right.
let Tate have his final
Oh,
statement.
what
Then
is
we're gonna wrap
fucking
this up and get
saying,
someone
bro?
else.
All right.
Yeah, and also,
I'm in here right now. I just gotta fix my camera. One
All right,
second.
yeah, you're chilling. Just trying to fix
Hassan,
do a
Hassan, let's
poll.
go, man. I
Do a poll
appreciate you,
because I'm
boss.
interested in seeing what the chat thinks. The reason you're totally wrong saying that the world would have less war if there was no female leaders is because if you actually ask anybody who's been in the corporate world for long enough, the companies that have the most arguments, the most difficult corporate structures to
may have
deal
just
with. In
accidentally
fact,
sent
even
you
if
the
you ask
invite
most
to a
women, they
random
say, I don't
server,
like having a woman boss. I'd rather work for a man. When you have a whole bunch of women in charge, it's nothing but a fucking bitch fest and it's a shit show. Every single fucking person who's ever worked in corporate knows that. Every single person who's ever worked in the world knows that women actually, as beautiful as they are and they're good at lots of different things, they would they would prefer to work for a male boss because it's a stronger, more clear leadership structure. Having a bunch of women in charge of countries is not going to make a fucking peaceful world. And the fact you believe that shows your entire mental model's fucked.
Dude.
I'd like to actually put a poll in the chat and let's see who agrees with you. Who agrees with me.
Why will we take a poll in the chat? Of course, teenage boys are going to agree with your hyper idealized manhood. Like they need to cling to that.
Okay, do you guys want me to step in on this conversation or
let's go?
I'm just
Hassan,
getting this
No,
all
we're
like
not
go
gonna,
for
we're
it.
not
said
gonna do
white
no
Jesus.
2 versus 1 bullshit. I'm like, we're gonna wrap it up with Tommy, and then you guys can go at it. Or not go at it.
no
But you
2
guys,
versus 1 bullshit? Yeah, you mean like the Aiden Ross stream when anyway.
I don't know.
Hassan, I just want to
XQC
say
was
that
getting fucking triple teamed. All
I
right.
didn't want that.
All right, Tommy.
Hassan,
I'm just a messenger. Let's
No,
not
but Tommy,
let's
this
not
was
hate the messenger.
thank you for coming on.
yeah,
Thank you so much for coming on. I hope you have a safe flight, and I hope you enjoyed your time here.
dude, I did. Andrew, take care, brother. Hassan, I just want to say props to you, boss. I appreciate you, man, putting the word out there. Thank you, guys.
Good to talk, bro.
Have a good day.
Let's go.
Appreciate you coming on, Tommy. Have a good one, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Wow, that was
just quite the conversation. How do you feel about my guy Tommy?
Sorry, you asking me or
Andrew? Yeah.
I don't know him personally. I have nothing against him personally. He's a new age thinker. He lives in the new think, the idea that the way the world runs and has always run is a bad thing, and that if we change everything from the ground up, it's somehow going to become a magically better place. Obviously, he has no proof or any references for his way of thinking because it's never been tested before. It's an untested theory. I think that for him to come along and say such blanket statements that if we changed all the world leaders to women, there wouldn't be war is inane and asinine. I think for him to say that a man who's physically strong can't be mentally strong is also stupid. But I also understand why he's saying the ideas he's saying, because he has a natural insecurity based on the fact that he's not a physical specimen of man, and the way he gets around it is to pretend that that's not important, which is fine. Lots of people do it, right? Stupid people saying being smart is not important. Poor people saying being rich is not important. It's a common defense mechanism that everybody does, and I completely understand it. However, most people with a basic grasp of economics and the way societies work would look at society and say, you know what? A society with brave, strong men who are full of honor and duty is actually a better society than men who walk around saying, I have no duty to protect anybody or protect anything, and I can just sit around and cry all day. And this theory is being tested in real time, right? America's quickly turning into the latter, and we can see crime rates going through the roof. We can see all the fucking school shooting and all this stupid shit that's happening because men have no emotional control anymore. And that's what's going to happen. It's the society is going to degrade, and the countries where men still stick to their honor and their age-old expected ways of acting, they're going to be a safer societies overall. So time will prove me right, but I have nothing against the guy. He's fine.
I think Andrew and the previous person that was on the call are just two sides of the same coin. They're both wrong, and they're both kind of right in different ways. But thinking that this has anything to do with gender is silly. All right? It has nothing to do with gender. Women can be just as oppressive and as brutal as
No,
men
we just
can
called
be.
Andrew Tate
Ultimately,
silly,
it has
bro.
everything to do with capitalism, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the gender. The assumption that women are going to be like hysterical across the board, that kind of generalization, is just incorrect. And that's why, Andrew, I've seen some of your work as you're doing the rounds on.
And that's the same of nearly any statement in the world. I can
Okay,
say I can say the world is round, and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally and utterly fine. I come on here and talk about my own personal experiences, and my experiences, men are better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying a female can't move a car.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. There is a truth, and then there is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right?
Because
or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes from your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because we all carry a bunch of personal biases. And when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp the entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Bro, listen, I can comprehend.
Which is why, when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
Well, no. Listen, first things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I'm sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving. You're deriving
you can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual. That is the only truth that we all live within. You live within your truths, I live within my truths, because these are the truths I've experienced as an individual. If certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again, but the truth on the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real. So if you to come here and say the internet says X, especially
your experiences can be real. You could be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be one of those people, but more often than not, more often than that.
Then I don't want to talk to you because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet, finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage, you want to sit here and say, oh, the internet said X. I'm sure the internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. Don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either agreeing with me or they're not.
But you're still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you. I'm not wrong.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you?
Prove to me I'm wrong.
Well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, is a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside of fucking caves. And now, as much as I love Liver King personally, I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy for, I don't know, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of all of that, all of those accomplishments lies an understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
You done?
Yeah.
Cool. In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had on the road, women were at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag up. Anyone with a brain knows how that aids the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down. So I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that all women.
That's not what I'm saying either.
Good.
I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men. Okay? And therefore better drivers than men. Now, you keep resorting back to your personal anecdotes. So let me walk you through this, right?
Brother,
do you agree? Do you agree that human beings have biases?
Do me a favor. Okay, I understand.
But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have biases?
Oh, absolutely. We all bias. Completely bias.
Do you think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your personal not just your own personal judgment. Do you think our biases might cloud our personal judgment?
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased reality.
Absolutely. It's absolutely true. Okay. So if you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand that your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information is going to be clouded by your own personal biases.
Completely.
So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our... Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying. You're just...
But this is precisely why we do that.
We've went over the same point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you. You're long-winded the point. You're saying that the empirical evidence is saying X, so it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is, let me change it. Let's say that the empirical evidence says that a pit bull is more likely to bite you than a Dalmatian. But in your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you, and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X when you're covered in scars? No. You're going to say, Dalmatians bite me for some reason, and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature. So I'm telling you my personal experiences, and I don't care. I understand your point. Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Secondly, it's also country by country because you're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women who do that. They're not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park. You park it. Loads. There's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right? It's not even a big deal. You've come on here deciding you really want to stick up for the chicks and maybe, you know, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things to talk about.
Look, let's be real. I don't think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women. Okay. However, having said that, that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps slowly but surely. The thing is, the Dalmatian example that you gave is great.
It's true.
Why is it great? Because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite, or pit bulls never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, what if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution to this conversation if we're both operating on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. You are now saying that's not how you can...
So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences, and I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You've now come along. I have my own biases.
You're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. But once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We went over the same point like 5 times, and I think we're just going to...
When are they going to ask the fucking girl?
I can't break through Andrew's...
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I thought...
Here.
We're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers, I've seen empirical evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's come along and said.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own years, and that's what you're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences, and you think that makes you sound...
I'm not asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point completely.
Okay, Andrew, do you believe? Well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
LD has his headphones on.
Yeah, I think he's.
He took his headphones off.
He gets very stressed sometimes, and takes his headphones off.
Yeah, it's cool. It's important. Sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical, globe?
Round. I would probably.
You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and I respect.
It looks flat. It feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience. What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth and I saw a big circle.
That's crazy.
Down there.
You don't have to. Hey, listen. You don't have to concede on that point. But I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific.
Who's coming?
The importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or
doing all our fun. And
science.
I saw him there, and I thought, wow, this guy, wow, okay, he's gonna ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're here.
Did you?
Bro,
is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like I don't want to argue about.
Wait, so what's up? Is it a little bit more difficult when I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person? Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly. So I'll tell you as a professional the conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my personal experience. I don't care if anyone agrees. You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence, my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I am told.
That's not what I said.
Then
I
it's
said
over.
That regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still more important than my personal biases.
When you guys are all talking at once,
and it's boring, and you've lost, and it's boring. So let's just move on to the next subject because it's one.
Is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win. Is that what it is?
Do a poll on the chat, and if you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring, and it's one.
Do you want me to leave the conversation that desperately, Andrew? It seems like you're running away a little bit.
We're just going in a never-ending circle. Like we can
move on from that. We can move on from the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases. Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the Hustlers University, whatever that is? Not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost. But I want to understand, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue. Is it okay to get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information. That's fine.
But you don't want to share this information for free right now. You don't want to educate me on that.
I don't want to sit here and spend the next hour you trying to accuse me of some bullshit. I'm not.
I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind.
I'm sure
maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy, if possible.
It's actually quite interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery to try and make fun of them. Saying,
I do think it's very brave. I do think it's very brave.
All right, so let's not detract the bravery of men who do things you're afraid to do. That's the first thing. The second thing.
No. You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. The point I'm trying to make is I know you want to sit here and talk about hate you and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes, etc., etc.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual conversation?
No, I'm literally, but that's
bro,
the
you're
truth.
being so sarcastic though. Like, why are you being so sarcastic? Like, let's just have a conversation.
I'm literally.
Bro, you just said like 10 things that were sarcastic.
Come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, but you're being sarcastic. Like, listen.
Hassan, please. It's pretty clear that I was the better Hassan. So
yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one.
If you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so. It's boring,
Would
man.
if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
No way, Arabs just said that.
I do not want to be rude, boys. You know, this is your stream.
No.
Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad though if you feel as though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call, but I think you should be more socially aware and understand. Oh no,
is that a bad question? Do you not educate thousands of young men about your business strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be more socially aware and understand that since you've joined the stream, everyone's begging for you to leave. The vibe's down. It's boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to have fun. You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny. And you
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent. I just have questions and you're not answering them for some reason.
No, I don't have to answer.
Why are we derailing?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not the police. I don't have to answer you anything.
No, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about your business strategy, which you literally educate people on. I just want to know how you how you do growth and revenue. Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
Right. You can find out more on the website. I would like the stream to get fun again. If you want to discuss this, we discuss.
You don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying kick him. Read the chat. Have you guys read the chat on your stream?
I have the chat closed.
You want me to leave that bad? I'll read it. To leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger, but you're just kind of like being sarcastic, making shit.
I'm literally not. I promise. I
don't even tell me
Allah
that what you were just saying wasn't sarcastic. You can't even convince me that you were not trying to be sarcastic.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
Wasn't sarcastic.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything. HU has got an affiliate program.
It's okay, Andrew. If you want, we can have a conversation again.
You can stop talking about me.
Conversation again in the future if you'd like. If you're brave enough.
HU has an affiliate program for some people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invest, they wouldn't sign up. One of the most successful online educational platforms in history. You can always join.
Are there multiple layers?
How to make some money yourself if you want to join and have more information. It's all on corporatate.com. You can find out yourself. If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're a brokey. Nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting here and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself and talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet because no one really gives a fuck and it's boring. So let's move on to something fun. Let's get the tempo up. I've just told you about HU. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatate.com.
Yeah.
What else do you want to know?
No, it is. So it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right, whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like, friend. There's no problem. All right, so let's move on because this dude he's lame, my friends. Let's get this.
Yeah, Hassan, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna bring in another guest though.
All right, peace, boys. Have fun.
Thank you for coming on.
I'm always open to talk to you, my friend, if you would like to.
We'll have another conversation.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Who the fuck is that dude?
Oh my fucking god!
Bucky invited him.
Andrew Tate, I'm sincere.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Please don't beat my ass.
I want to program. You're a scam.
You better go on Bucky. Just go over him. It wasn't us. I'm gonna be honest. You guys are speaking a whole different language to me. I had zero clue.
Program.
Who the fuck is that? Please don't beat my ass. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me drink my sparkling water. I'm so sorry, Andrew Tate. Please don't beat my ass. It was a big mistake. I made a mistake. I'm gonna learn from my mistake.
Mr. Boring.
What should I do now that I made a mistake? I remember you giving a lesson about mistakes. What should I do now?
You know what? No, I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you. People like him, people like him think they're really smart because they found something on Google and they say, look, I ignore the world and only read what I found on Google. And then he thought he was smart because my program has an affiliate section. People can join, they can affiliate for the program, just like you can on Amazon or a bunch of other websites. And then he thinks he caught me somehow, but really he just killed the vibe. I would have loved to argue with him, but he was so boring.
Yeah. Bro, I'm not even lying. I'm not trying to this is gonna come off extremely dick riding, bro. But he had the same point 5 times in a row, bro.
No, man, it's boring.
I like Hassan, but oh my fucking god, we went over the same point for 20 minutes, bro.
I had no clue what y'all were talking about. I'm gonna be honest. What you guys were using words that were different language for me.
Let's say hello to the beautiful young lady because she must be really bored.
Hi. You want to say hi? This is Andrew Tate.
Hi.
He's my dad.
What's your name?
What's her name?
My name?
Yeah.
Darla.
You have a nice voice. She has a nice voice.
You have a nice voice, and he thinks you're very, very attractive.
Oh, thank you.
She's 16.
No,
I'm playing. She's 18. How old are you? 17. Sorry, Mr. Andrew.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, but we've been friends for a little bit.
I'll have you.
Yeah.
All right, Clix, let's go.
Did she hear what I'm saying or not?
No, she could just hear. She can't hear you guys.
Okay, so first you need to apologize to her for the boring guy you had on the stream being heard.
Yeah, my bad, by the way, for letting you wait. Like, the guy was, he kept on talking. Yeah.
And say that when she comes over the house, you want her to be entertained and have fun.
Yeah, no, because, like, honestly, whenever you come over the house, like, I seriously just want you to be entertained. I feel bad because, like, you were on the chair, very bored. I didn't even get you water or anything. Like, that's my fault. Like, because, I'm the owner of this house. I really just wish I entertained you. But, I can entertain you tonight or something. So I know we're friends and stuff, but he like straight up, like, I've been stuck in the friend zone for a little bit. We met like 2 months ago. I say
my
fuck
God.
it, we just sleep together type shit tonight.
No.
Sorry.
This is so cringe.
One second, lagging.
I think you're absolutely beautiful, but say it slowly. No. Don't say like. Say it slowly, clearly, intentionally. Look at her and say,
Look at her eyes.
I think you're absolutely beautiful.
I seriously think like you're like actually like the most gorgeous girl I've ever met. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like I don't really talk to girls, but like ever since I met you, like I don't know why you're laughing, but you're like actually gorgeous. Like,
Thank you.
You said like about 15 times. I said don't say like.
Nah, you're just very gorgeous. I could see myself with you in the future.
Oh man.
You're talking to any guys, you're like,
no.
Okay.
Go for a kiss now.
Ask if you think you'd be a good couple.
Yeah, but
you think we'd be.
Not be straight up. Like, you think I would be like a good man for you? Like, we would be a good couple? Or... Sorry.
Wait, what'd she say?
She said 100%. Yeah, no.
Yeah, say because look, we've been friends for a while, but I think once we get together, we're gonna stay together.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. We just been friends for a long time, and I'm like, I'm done with you fucking other guys. I'm done with you talking to other guys. Like, I seriously want you. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I seriously want you. Like, I haven't had my first kiss yet. I haven't really talked to a girl. I'm being dead ass. Like, it's not good. And like, you really are showing me the way of life because I play Fortnite all day, and ever since I met you, I've realized there's more in life than just the Fortnite world, and you're making me like it's a whole world behind that. Like, I never had sex with a girl, and I think we could experience that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're doing it all. You're not saying what I'm telling you to say.
Lagging out.
You need to approach it from a position of strength. You're approaching it from a position of weakness. I only play Fortnite. I need to have sex.
All right, sorry.
You need to approach it from strength. You need to say, "Look, I'm one of the most famous."
Nah, yeah.
Twitch
to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I'm dead ass I'm the best fucking Fortnite player. Like, I'm gonna be straight up. I got money. I'm not spoiled. I've really been grinding since day one. Like, since I was 8 years old, I was really working and everything. And like, I just need a girl to spend my life with. And like, you're just a beautiful ass girl. And like, I'm trying to spend my life with you for real. Because no guy's gonna be better than me. Be honest.
Right.
I feel like you're just agreeing to everything.
Clix. I think you need to go in for a kiss.
So what do you rate me 1 out of 10? You could be dead ass.
Bro, this is the most entertaining stream I've ever watched.
Let me talk. Give her the headphones.
Give her the headphones.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, come a bit closer to the microphone.
Okay.
Are you originally American? You sound like you're from somewhere else.
No, I'm from America.
You're American?
Yes.
He's a bit nervous. You can tell he's a bit nervous because he keeps saying over and over and over again.
Yeah.
How long have you known him for?
Like 2-3 months.
Do you think he's a nice guy?
Yes, I do.
Why are you and him not together, considering he's like Mr. Famous and he's big online and he has all these people who worship him and you're beautiful? You could be like a power couple.
Well, I live really far away.
How far?
In Iowa.
He's got a jet. Don't worry about that. He'll fix those problems. He's a problem solver. Don't you know they like drop him on a bus in the middle of a field with 100 guys and he has to fight the 100 guys and he manages to get the highest score every time? Like, he's a Fortnite genius. He'll get you on a plane. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Because he's a little bit nervous, right? But I still truly believe that you and him would be amazing together, and I think you'd conquer the internet, and everyone would be jealous of you, and you could live a dream life. And I also think that he has true intentions with you. I don't think he's here to waste your time. He's not going to mess you around. But he's just a little bit nervous. So I think you need just to say to him and say, "Look, we're going to give it a try. I like you too. You need to just be nice to him because he's a bit scared. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I got it.
Just look at him now and say, I like you too, and give him a kiss, and it'll.
Well, I like you too.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fire. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
Now they're moving for a kiss. Let's see if he notices what's going on. Or
I don't know.
I know it's hard for you to make the first move because you're a girl. I know it's hard, but he's a worm. But we're gonna fix him. Just lean in a little bit, and let's see if he knows what's going on. Give him the headphones back. I'll tell him to do it. Don't worry. Give him the headphones back.
What do you say?
Listen.
Listen to me, and listen. Everything I'm telling you to do, you're taking and you're running away with, and you're messing it up. So do this very, very specifically.
Okay. Right.
Listen to me in order.
Yeah.
Take your right hand.
Yeah.
And touch her hand. Her hand, which is close to you. Her left arm. Grab her right hand. So you're holding hands. Take your right hand.
Yo, y'all are really pushing the limits right now, bro. Right.
Take your right hand and hold her left hand. She'll give it to you.
Yep.
Good. Now, slightly pull her towards you. Look at her. She'll look at you. Lean in and kiss her on the lips.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
What are we doing?
Oh.
What's up?
Go. Hold her hand.
Go! Let's go!
You're terrifying the fuck out of me. I can't fucking handle it. Stop, Andrew, stop. I'm taking the fuck out. Holy shit.
Come up there and I'm gonna kiss her right now.
All right, do you want to kiss?
No, that's not what I said. Do. Hold her hand. Hold her hand. Hold her hand, like I said.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Pull her in gently and give her a kiss.
Yep.
Give her a kiss. Pull her in.
All right.
You can kiss my cheek.
All
Do
right.
it.
Kiss the cheek. All right.
Oh, not the cheek.
What?
You had it and you messed it up. It's fine. Fuck it up. Give her the.
Wait,
the
I'm not gonna wait. Oh, they want to talk to you. They're bugging out. I don't know what's going on. They're bugging out.
Hey guys.
Hey, you're a very patient young lady.
I try to be.
Yeah, it's admirable.
Thank
You know, it's a good thing you're over there with him, you know, and you're gonna this is gonna be the best day of his life. He's gonna talk about you for forever. You know this. He's gonna really talk about it forever. He's probably gonna be you're gonna be the subject of his Twitch streams forever. Do you have a lot of Instagram followers?
Not really, just like a little.
I think you're gonna get a bunch after this because he's gonna be talking about how you're the best girl in the world and he held your hand and he's in love with you and you're gonna become world famous.
Oh.
Are you gonna break his heart?
No.
Are you not a heartbreaker?
No.
How many men in the world are still crying, texting your phone, and you don't reply anymore? Yeah, see, you've broken. Yeah, you've broken a few hearts. There's a few of them who are out there crying.
I've only dated one person.
Only one.
Yes.
So you're like an angel.
You can say that.
So when you get with our friend here, Clix, it's going to be the last relationship ever. It's going to be your second and last man for the rest of your life.
Is it?
It is, but I have to fix him and make him lean in and kiss you properly. I told him exactly what to do, but he wasn't listening. So I might have to fly over there and I got big hands. Give him a slap, teach him a lesson because he should have kissed you like a man should kiss a woman. You're a beautiful young lady. You should have done it properly, you know?
Thank you.
I'm sorry about him.
You're a WS wingman. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know how Clix still fumbled that. Give Clix the headphones.
Yeah, it's fine. But one second.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna tell him to try one more time. Please don't scare him off. Just chill, relax. I'm gonna tell him what to do. If he fucks it up again, we're gonna replace him and I'll find you a new boyfriend. Okay?
How about I do it later?
You don't want to do it on stream because he's been all weird now, like a fucking Fortnite world.
Pussy.
Weirded out. It's fine. You know, like once you're 18, if you want to get yourself a real man, I know a guy.
You do?
I do, yeah. I do know a guy.
Who is it?
What? It's a long story. I can't tell you exactly who because there's bad things about him.
Yo, there's no fucking way you just said that. No. I actually overheard that. The fact that you fucking said that shit is fucking crazy. That's fucked up. You were dead ass being a W fucking wingman, and the fact that you come in and say that shit is actually fucked up. Like, go ahead, bro. If you want to go fucking 18-year-old, that's weird. That is pretty weird because I know who you're talking about right now. You said once you turned 18, you would fly out to fucking Romania and fuck it. That is weird. That is fucking weird. Because at least listen.
You messed it up. I'll take your bitch on your stream. You messed it up, my G.
You get out my fucking sloppy seconds, motherfucker. There's no way you're talking shit right now. I swear to God.
I won't mess it up.
All right, I'm gonna lose my fucking virginity tonight. You're not doing fucking shit. Just because you think you have your fucking muscles to beat my ass. You're not gonna beat my ass. Respectfully, she would want me. Yo, come here. You would want me over him?
Yeah.
Shut
No disrespect.
That's not really top G. I'll be honest. Would you fuck me over him?
Yeah, because he looks kind of old.
Good.
Not
Good.
Like
Now kiss her.
like,
Good. Now kiss her.
Yeah, sorry. What's
Good.
up?
She chose you. She
up?
chose you. Kiss her. She chose you. Give her a kiss.
My audio's bugging out. Hello?
She chose you. Give her a kiss.
What happened?
This guy, bro.
Bro.
No, this shit's bugging out, bro.
Clix, bro.
It's bugging the fucking. What's up?
Bro, Clix, I'm gonna come up there, bro.
What?
I'm gonna kiss your girl, bro. I'm gonna kiss your girl, bro. You got 1 more minute, bro. Or I'm gonna come kiss your girl.
Nah. All right, so Mr. Tate, what do you want me to do? Sorry.
She chose you,
Yeah.
and she did that because that was your chance to kiss her. She gave you the prom.
That's what I'm saying. You really like you chose me over Tate. You're like dodging to kiss me. It's just like I don't really feel the love. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't dodging shit. You're dodging it. Lean in and give her a kiss, pussy.
That's
Give her a
not.
kiss, pussy.
Nah, it has to be special. I feel like she doesn't want the Clix dick on stream. She doesn't want it on stream. You know what I'm saying? I think off stream. You know what I'm saying? It'll. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you want to kiss, I'll give you.
All right, G.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, you want to kiss?
You'll be on.
Want to kiss? Right now?
I mean,
Take her hand like I told you. Lean in, pull her towards you, and give her a fucking kiss. Hurry up before it's too late.
All right, fuck it. Yo, she's not down. I'm gonna keep it real. All right.
There. Down. Lean in. Give her a kiss. Give her a kiss. Go.
Let's go.
But that.
What the fuck? We did not just wait a fucking hour for that shit. Hell fucking no. Hell no. That shit ain't fucking happening, dog. We did not just wait an hour for that.
That was so weak. That was so weak that the only appropriate response from me is to leave.
Wow. See what you fucking did, Clix?
See
what you fucking did?
I don't know how to make it out, bro. She just said she wants to make it out.
No. It could have been smooth. You could have done what I said. I already told you you're a worm. Told you I'm here to save you. Argued with your little autistic mate with the statistics. That fucking geek. I sat here, wasted 3 hours of my life. And at the end, I would have told you how to get the beautiful woman from Iowa. And you fucked it up like a fucking pussy. And now the only appropriate response from me is disassociation. So good night.
Goodbye, Mr. Tate.
What the fuck, Clix? What the fuck? What the fuck are you fucking doing, bro? Oh my fucking god, bro! Ain't no fucking way you just fucking stole my fucking shit like that! I didn't even get to fucking talk to him! You fucking pussy! You really just fucking did that!
She's my fucking bitch! Just because you're a fucking Discord! Just because you're in a Discord right now! You're trying to part! Alright, how about you come upstairs? Come upstairs and say it's my fucking face! Come upstairs and say it's my fucking face! Come upstairs and say it's my fucking face! How about you come upstairs? Come upstairs! You fucking vagina! Come upstairs! Come upstairs! Come upstairs! Come upstairs and how about say it's my face! Come upstairs and say it's my face! Come upstairs and say it's my fucking face! Come upstairs, motherfucker!
You wouldn't do fucking shit!
Do you want to come upstairs? Come upstairs. No, come upstairs. Come upstairs. Come upstairs. You're too scared.
You want me to come upstairs?
Come upstairs and get it, because you acted all fucking tough over this.
You fucking piece of shit! What the fuck is he? What the fuck
actually just trying to get up. Yo, she's not down. I'm gonna keep it real.
There, down. Give her a kiss. Give her a kiss. Go. Hey. With that,
What the fuck? We did not just wait a fucking hour for that shit. Hell no, that shit ain't fucking happening, dog.
And give her a fucking kiss. Hurry up before it's too late.
Man. Because I've got a fucking ad blocker. He's just sitting in his room smoking a cigar. He's in the love Sosa while smoking a cigar. And he's like, why does my shit keep pausing, bro?
Nathan, why aren't you getting an ad blocker?
My ad blocker doesn't work on Bucky Stream. Why? No, I have like 2 ad blockers on. It just never works. Does anyone want to play a late game arena for some?
See, it's
not a
on.
late game. I don't want to play Zero Blood Arena. I want to play normal arena, but I also don't want to fucking lose champs.
Let me check this. Yeah, see, it's on. It only blocks certain things.